Welcome to Brainish English Stories.
Half an hour later, Bathsheba went into her own house. Her face was red and excited when she saw the light of the candles. Troy's goodbye words, who had walked her to the door, still echoed in her ears. He had said goodbye for 2 days to visit friends in Bath. He had also kissed her again. It is only fair to Bathsheba to explain something that wasn't known until much later. Troy meeting her by the roadside this evening was not planned. He had hinted he might come, and she had told him not to, but she let Oak go, fearing they might meet. She now sat down in a chair, feeling wild and troubled by all these new events. Then she stood up with a firm manner and got her desk from a side table. In 3 minutes, without stopping or changing anything, she wrote a letter to Boldwood, at his address beyond Casterbridge. She said kindly but firmly that she had thought about everything he had asked her, and her final decision was that she could not marry him. She had told Oak she would wait until Boldwood came home before giving him her final answer. But Bathsheba found she could not wait. She could not send the letter until the next day, but to feel better by getting it out of her hands and starting the action right away, she got up to give it to one of the women who might be in the kitchen. She stopped in the hallway. A conversation was happening in the kitchen, and it was about Bathsheba and Troy. If he marries her, she'll give up farming. It will be a fun life, but might bring some trouble too. That's what I think. Well, I wish I had a husband like him. Bathsheba was too smart to take seriously what her servants said about her, but she had too much to say to ignore it. She went into the kitchen. "Who are you talking about?" she asked. There was a pause before anyone replied. At last, Liddy said frankly, "We were talking a bit about you, miss." "I thought so. Marianne and Liddy and Temperance. Now I tell you to stop thinking such things. You know I don't care at all for Mr. Troy. Not at all. Everybody knows how much I dislike him." "Yes," said the stubborn young woman, "dislike him." "We know you do, miss," said Liddy, "and so do we all." "I hate him too," said Marianne. "Marianne, oh, you liar. How can you say that?" said Bathsheba excitedly. "You liked him a lot only this morning, you did." "Yes, Marianne, you know it." "Yes, miss, but so did you. He is a wild man now, and you are right to hate him." "He's not a wild man." "How dare you say that to my face?" "I have no right to hate him, nor do you, nor anybody. But I am a silly woman. Why should I care what he is? You know it means nothing. I don't care for him. I don't want to defend his good name. Not at all. Remember this, if any of you say a word against him, you'll be fired instantly." She threw down the letter and rushed back into the living room, with a heavy heart and tearful eyes, Liddy following her. "Oh, miss," said gentle Liddy, looking sadly at Bathsheba's face. "I am sorry we misunderstood you. I did think you cared for him, but I see you don't now. Shut the door, Liddy." Liddy closed the door and went on, "People always say such silly things, miss. I'll tell them from now on. Of course a lady like Miss Everdeen can't love him. I'll say it clearly." Bathsheba burst out, "Oh, Liddy, are you so simple? Can't you understand? Can't you see? Are you a woman yourself?" Liddy's clear eyes widened with surprise. "Yes, You must be blind, Liddy, she said, in wild sadness and grief. Oh, I love him so much it hurts. Don't be scared of me, though maybe I am scary to any innocent woman. Come closer, closer. She put her arms around Liddy's neck. I must tell somebody, it is hurting me. Don't you know me well enough to see through my denial? Oh God, what a lie it was. Heaven and my love forgive me. And don't you know that a woman who loves doesn't care about lying if it means protecting her love? There, go out of the room. I want to be alone. Liddy went towards the door. Liddy, come here. Promise me that he's not a bad man, that it's all lies they say about him. But, miss, how can I say he is not if? You heartless girl. How can you be so cruel to repeat what they say? You have no feelings. But I'll see if you or anyone else in the village or town dares to say such things. She started walking from the fireplace to the door and back again. No, miss. I know it is not true, said Liddy, scared by Bathsheba's unusual anger. I suppose you only agree with me like that to please me. But, Liddy, he cannot be as bad as they say. Do you hear? Yes, miss, yes. And you don't believe he is? I don't know what to say, miss, said Liddy, starting to cry. If I say no, you don't believe me, and if I say yes, you get angry at me. Say you don't believe it, say you don't. I don't believe he is as bad as they say. He is not bad at all. My poor life and heart, how weak I am, she moaned, speaking aimlessly, not caring that Liddy was there. Oh, how I wish I had never seen him. Loving is always hard for women. I will never forgive God for making me a woman, and I am starting to pay dearly for having a pretty face. She perked up and turned to Liddy suddenly. Listen, Lydia Smallberry, if you tell anyone a single word of what I have said to you here, I'll never trust you, love you, or keep you with me, not for a moment. I don't want to repeat anything, said Liddy, with a small but dignified tone. But I don't wish to stay with you. And, if you please, I'll go at the end of the harvest, or this week, or today. I don't see why I deserve to be treated badly and yelled at for nothing, said the small woman in a big way. No, no, Liddy, you must stay, said Bathsheba, going from proud to pleading. You must not mind my mood right now. You are not just a servant. You're a companion to me. Dear, dear, I don't know what I am doing since this sadness in my heart has weighed on me so much. What will become of me? I think sometimes I am doomed to die alone. I have no friends, God knows. I won't mind anything, nor will I leave you, cried Liddy, impulsively kissing Bathsheba. Then Bathsheba kissed Liddy, and everything was fine again. I don't often cry, do I, Liddy? But you have made me cry, she said, a smile shining through her tears. Try to think he is a good man, won't you, dear Liddy? I will, miss, indeed. He is a sort of steady man in a wild way, you know. That's better than being wild in a steady way, like some people. I am afraid that's how I am. And promise me to keep my secret, do, Liddy? And don't let anyone know that I have been crying about him, because it will be awful for me, and won't help him either, poor thing. Not even Death himself could make me tell, mistress, if I want to keep a secret, and I'll always be your friend, replied Liddy, firmly, with a few more tears, not because she had to, but to match the situation, as women often do at such times. I think God likes us to be good friends, don't you? Indeed, I do. And, dear miss, you won't yell at me, will you? Because you look so big and scary like a lion then, and it frightens me. You know, I think you could fight any man when you are like that. Never. Do you? Said Bathsheba, slightly laughing, though a bit worried by this image of herself. I hope I am not like a bold man, mannish, she asked with some concern. Oh no, not mannish, but so very womanly that it sometimes seems that way. Ah, miss, she said, after taking a deep, sad breath, I wish I had half your strength that way. It is a great protection to a poor girl these days.